Hi, this is the Opinionated Science Educator, also known as Dr. Stephen Andrew Malcolm. I'm the course coordinator for the PGCE Natural Sciences course, and I thought this would be a good opportunity just to introduce myself to you, give you some basic outline as to how the course was initially structured, and what you as a natural science teacher need to know in order to be an effective natural science teacher. Welcome to the staff lounge of any high school. This is where the teachers and your mentor teacher will spend their time, and you will be in that same space when you do your teaching experience. This is Adam. Adam was a trained geneticist, well trained in his field, but he could not find a job, so he thought he'd do the PGCE and teach biology. Adam thought that teaching was easy, based on his limited experience of teaching as a postgraduate student in university. But teaching was a lot more difficult than Adam thought. Of course, Adam's problem was that he thought that he could learn nothing. And he was not prepared to allow others to give him any kind of advice. Adam thought he was always right. Adam thought that teaching was easy. Adam thought he had seen many teachers teach, so he knew what it took to be a teacher. But Adam was only trained in biology with 1 year chemistry. He did not know the physics component or the earth science component. And Adam also didn't think that planning was a necessity for beginning teachers. And so Adam made mistakes. Adam's performance during teaching experience was not as it should have been. Okay. In his book, What Expert Teachers Do, John Loughran talks about teaching as a kind of problem that needs to be solved. I'd just like to read the first sentence from his book. It says that this part of the book introduces ideas about teaching and learning that are designed to illustrate the importance of seeing teaching as both a complex and interwoven experience. Although it is important to be technically competent as teachers, we also need to move beyond this form of competence alone. There is therefore a clear need for continued development as a teacher. So I'm going to go through the PGCE entry requirements, and I'm going to show you what I mean by saying that you're already starting your teaching with an area that requires development. So let's look at what the PGCE entry requirements are. You are either doing physical sciences as your FET subject or life sciences, or you could be doing geography as your FET subject. So for those of you doing those three FET subjects, you may have met the requirements to do natural sciences. For physical sciences, you definitely would. Then for life sciences or for geography, you could have registered for the PGCE Natural Sciences course. So what were those requirements? Let's have a look. Well, for physical science, you either had to have physics 2 or chemistry 2, or chemistry 2 and physics 1, in which case you've met the minimum requirement for enrolling for the PGCE Natural Sciences course. For life sciences, you could have any two of the following courses with 1 to a level 2. So it's biochemistry, biological sciences, botany, ecology or environmental studies, genetics, microbiology, physiology or zoology. And for geography, you would have things like physical geography, maybe earth sciences or geology. As a physical sciences student, if you've registered for natural science, you would already have met the minimum requirements by having any two of the following subjects at a level 1, physics and chemistry, which you required for the physical sciences, so you already automatically meet the requirements, but that means that you do not have any biological sciences background or earth sciences background, which are the other two components for teaching natural sciences. So there you have two knowledge areas that you have no background in terms of your content knowledge. If you're registered for life sciences or your main degree was a biological sciences, you might have chemistry 1, you might have physics 1. If it was for environmental studies, you might have physical geography. So that's how you meet the requirements. But that still means that there's a content area that you do not have the required knowledge in, maybe even two content areas. If you did a geography degree, you might have done environmental studies, and you might have knowledge about the physical geography, and you might have done physics, and you might have done chemistry as part of your degree, but that means you don't have the background knowledge in life sciences or biology. So, and life and living is one of the content areas for natural science. So no matter what your path is, there are knowledge areas in which you do not have the required content knowledge. Now, in the natural sciences CAPS curriculum, there are 4 knowledge areas which you have to deal with, and they're dealt with one per term: planet Earth and beyond, energy and change, matter and materials, and life and living. The planet Earth and beyond, you would have developed your content knowledge if you did geography. Energy and change, if you have physics in your degree structure. Matter and materials is the chemistry, and life and living is any biology. So those are the 4 knowledge areas, and they're drawn from 4 different science disciplines.
So as you can see, there's at least 1 or 2 areas of content that are underdeveloped. And as a natural science teacher, if you're not aware of the misconceptions that students can have, you can reinforce those misconceptions, and often teachers have those same misconceptions. So you might think, oh, well, I'm just teaching natural science. But those are the future scientists and biologists of the future. So the way that you teach natural science will either put students off from doing biology or from doing physical science, or you can motivate them to take those subjects. It all depends on how you handle the teaching, and also your willingness to admit that maybe there are some things that you don't know yet, and you need to continually develop as a natural science teacher. So thanks for joining me. This is the Opinionated Science Educator. Until next time, have a good day.